The Crossroads by Troy Johnson. Prologue. There was a time, not too long ago, where the demons and angels came to be. He, God, created them to give life and death. But this one time they done neither. It was the South, 1921. Dust sat heavy on the red clay roads, and the cicadas screamed louder than church bells. Folks said the devil himself had a hand in how black folks were treated down here, though no preacher would dare say it in front of a pulpit. And yet, to live was to walk between angels and demons, never knowing which one you'd meet when you stepped out your front door. This is where Charles Johnson's story begins. Chapter 1. Dust on the Road. Charles Johnson was 23 when he learned what it meant to stand at the crossroads, halfway between a world that wanted to kill him and a God that wanted him to forgive. He stood outside the tobacco fields that morning, sweat already slicking his brow, though the sun had barely kissed the horizon. His mama had tied a rag around his head, muttering a prayer that the Lord would keep her boy from trouble. But trouble always found him. "Boy, you best pick up that sack, for I tell the boss you slackin'," sneered a voice from behind. Charles turned. It was Walter, a white foreman, with a face red as rawhide and eyes that glinted with mean delight. "I ain't slackin', Mr. Walter," Charles said evenly, hoisting the burlap sack of tobacco leaves across his back. "Just catching my breath." Walter spat, missing Charles' shoes by inches. "Don't get smart with me. You colored boys always think you too good for work." Charles clenched his jaw but said nothing. Words could cost him his life here. From across the rows, his friend Elijah, another black hand on the farm, gave him a small shake of the head. "Not today," the gesture said. "Don't rise to it." But Charles's silence only fed Walter's fire. "You know what I heard?" Walter drawled. "They say a boy got strung up not 10 miles from here. Said he was smiling at a white gal. You smile at my sister, Charles, and I'll see to it you get the same." The words cut sharper than any whip. Elijah dropped his sack, storming over. "Leave him be, Walter," Elijah said. "He doing the work just fine." Walter's grin widened. "What's this? You boys sticking together? Ain't that sweet?" He stepped close, lowering his voice so only Charles could hear. "Cross me, boy, and I'll have you hanging from a tree 'fore the week is out." Charles' fists trembled at his sides. He wanted to swing. He wanted to crack Walter's jaw and let the blood flow like the Mississippi. But he saw his mama's face in his mind, saw her hands folded in prayer, saw her telling him, "God didn't put you here to die on no rope." So Charles swallowed the fire in his throat. "Yes, sir," he said. Walter laughed, clapped him on the shoulder hard enough to sting, and sauntered off. Elijah muttered under his breath, "One day, Chuck, you gon' stand at that crossroad, and you gon' have to choose, fight back